What if the sun, the very thing that gives us life, disappeared without warning? No explosion, no time to prepare. One moment it's there and the next, gone. At first you wouldn't notice. The world would still glow with sunlight, birds would still sing. But only for about 8 minutes, the time it takes for light to reach us. Then the skies would darken. Temperatures would crash. Global ecosystems would begin to collapse. Oceans would freeze. Civilization as we know it would be on an unstoppable countdown. Life would be thrown into a desperate fight against time as Earth plunged into an endless night. The moment the sun vanishes, Earth's fate is sealed. But because light takes 8 minutes and 20 seconds to travel from the sun to Earth, for those brief moments after the disappearance, everything would seem perfectly normal. Then, without warning, daytime would turn to absolute blackness. Not the soft darkness of a cloudy night, but a suffocating total absence of light. The moon would vanish too. No sunlight to reflect. Stars would burst into brilliance, visible in the middle of what should have been noon. Temperatures would start to fall almost immediately. Within hours, the Earth's surface would begin to freeze. Plants would halt photosynthesis instantly, cutting the food chain at its roots. Solar power would vanish, cutting off a major energy source for much of the planet. And without the sun's gravitational pull, Earth would stop orbiting. Instead, it would drift into space, hurtling in a straight line through the galaxy at 67,000 miles per hour. We wouldn't just lose the sun, we would lose our place in the cosmos. As days passed, the situation would worsen drastically. Within 24 hours, global temperatures would fall below freezing. Within a week, average temperatures would hover around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, 73 degrees Celsius. Surface life, plants, animals, human, would be devastated. Only those with access to underground bunkers, geothermal heat, or nuclear power would have any chance. The oceans would begin to freeze from the top down. A thin crust of ice would trap liquid water underneath, for a time preserving aquatic life forms in the deeper layers. Electrical grids would collapse. Fossil fuels would run out quickly, and without sunlight, growing new food would be impossible. Panic would spread. Governments would crumble under the pressure. Humanity would splinter into isolated pockets of survivors, those who could find heat, food, and shelter. Desperation would replace order. In just a few short months, Earth would transform from a vibrant planet to a silent, frozen wasteland. Over the next few years, Earth would continue its slow death. Temperatures would eventually stabilize around 400 degrees Fahrenheit, 240 degrees Celsius, colder than the surface of Pluto. The atmosphere itself would freeze and fall to the ground, burying the planet under layers of nitrogen and oxygen ice. Breathing without specialized equipment would become impossible. The oceans would freeze solid hundreds of meters thick. But beneath the ice, geothermal vents on the ocean floor might still support some microscopic life. Humans, if any survived, would have to live deep underground, near natural heat sources like volcanic vents. Cities as we know them would crumble under the weight of ice and centuries of cold. Earth would wander through the galaxy as a dark, frozen rogue planet, invisible to the naked eye, carrying only faint echoes of the life it once nurtured. Without the sun, Earth would become just another silent corpse in the endless night of space. But even in this nightmare, hope flickers. Some forms of life might adapt. Extremophiles, microbes that thrive in extreme environments, could survive for millions of years beneath the ice. Humanity, too, could find ways to endure. Underground cities could harness geothermal energy. Hydroponic farms could grow food with artificial light powered by nuclear or geothermal sources. There's even a theory that Earth, as it drifts through the galaxy, could encounter new stars, new solar systems. If Earth passed close enough to another star, it could be captured by its gravity, warming again, reborn under a new sun. It's a long shot, but in a universe as vast and strange as ours, even the most unlikely events sometimes happen. The sun is more than just a giant ball of fire in the sky. It is our anchor, our timekeeper, the silent force that makes life possible. We rarely stop to think about it. We live under its light. We grow, love, and dream because of it. And yet, it's fragile, temporary. One day, billions of years from now, the sun will die a natural death. But until then, every sunrise, every warm breeze, every golden evening is a gift. Maybe, just maybe, the true miracle isn't that the sun could disappear. It's that it's here at all, burning, shining, giving life. If you love exploring the wild possibilities of our universe, make sure to subscribe, because the biggest questions are still waiting to be asked.